Hello everyone, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another lesson in our ongoing French course. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to build sentences, build simple sentences in French. I'm also going to show you how you can use prepositions of location to talk about spatial relationships in French. Many prepositions of location have to do with where one object or thing is located in relation to another. So that's one of the primary uses of prepositions, especially prepositions of location. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. I guess the word derrière, you probably recognize this word already. It is in fact a word in the English language, but without the accent aigu. And it's very much related to the French word. It's taken from French. So as an English speaker, you might be used to using the word the derrière, with meaning buttocks or backside. So it does mean that in French as well, but the primary meaning is actually something different, meaning behind or in back of in terms of location. Although related, it does mean something different. Okay, so derrière in French means behind. Derrière, behind. So derrière, behind. Just a little note on the history of this word in French. It actually comes from Latin, de retro, which means behind in Latin, from the word de, which means from, and retro, which I'm sure you recognize the word retro from English, meaning in Latin the back, so from the back. From this word de retro, we get the word derrière in French. So how does this work in a sentence? Well, derrière is used before a noun, so behind and the noun. Let's look at a few examples. If I want to say behind, of course, derrière, behind the house. We'll start with the preposition derrière, and then la maison, derrière la maison, behind the house, derrière la maison. Let's try another one. Behind the desk. Behind the desk. Derrière le bureau. Derrière le bureau. Behind the desk. Behind the door. Derrière la porte. Derrière la porte. Behind the church. Derrière l'église. Derrière l'église. Okay, so these are just parts of a sentence, not a complete sentence. So let's go ahead and look at some complete sentences. If I wanted to say, for example, the book is behind the lamp. Behind the lamp. Let's start with behind, which you know. Derrière, derrière. The book, le livre. At this point, we need a verb, and this is a form of the verb to be, être. So we have le livre est derrière. The book is behind. Le livre est derrière. And we just need the word for lamp, la lampe. Le livre est derrière la lampe. The book is behind the lamp. And there you have a beautiful, complete sentence in French. Let's try another one. The chair is behind the sofa. It would be a strange place to put the chair, but here's the example. The chair is behind the sofa. Let's start off with the chair. La chaise, la chaise. Now we need our verb. La chaise est behind, derrière, and then the sofa, le canapé. And now we have a beautiful, complete sentence in French. The chair is behind the sofa. La chaise est derrière le canapé. La chaise est derrière le canapé. How about this one? You're looking for the bus stop, and it's located behind the school. So how would you say the bus stop is behind the school? L'arrêt de bus. Subject. Remember, when you're building sentences in French, subject, verb, object, SVO. So our subject, l'arrêt de bus. Next, we need our verb. L'arrêt de bus est. And then we have our preposition here. L'arrêt de bus est derrière. And then The final word, the school, l'école. L'arrêt de bus est derrière l'école. L'arrêt de bus est derrière l'école. Remember also in these situations that native French speakers might use a different verb instead of être. They might use the verb se trouver, so you could hear also l'arrêt de bus se trouve derrière l'école. L'arrêt de bus se trouve derrière l'école. And there you have it, a very nice, beautiful sentence in French. Okay, so takeaway, derrière, behind. And that's it for this lesson. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, I would appreciate it very much if you'd give it a like. Consider sharing this with someone who's learning French. And subscribers, as always, thank you so much for your support. To continue learning French and go on to another lesson, click on the video that appears here on your screen. See you soon. À bientôt.